Buying a camera can definitely be overwhelming. There's so many different brands and features, it can just make it really tricky to find the right camera for you. Now in this video, I'm not going to tell you that there's a certain camera that you should buy, but instead things I figured out after buying cameras and things that will guide you in finding your next camera so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. Choosing the brand of camera is definitely one of the hardest parts, but for the most part, any of the big brands will get you good results. When choosing a brand, you want to look at what kind of content you shoot. If I only shoot video content, then maybe I'll lean towards the Sony side. Or maybe I want more of a hybrid camera, so I'd get a Canon. Or maybe I just want photo first, and then maybe a Nikon or something like that. Now I know that all of these camera brands can shoot photo and video, but they might have different features that prioritize mainly towards photo or video. Another factor in choosing your brand would be lenses. Like Canon RF lenses are super expensive, so you kind of want to balance out the price of the camera body with the price of the camera lens. Like Sony cameras, for example, allow third-party manufacturers to make lenses for their mount. Manufacturers. But the Canon RF mount only lets Canon make the lenses. My biggest regret when buying my first camera would be not looking at the features that I knew I'd be using. Now my first camera was a Sony a6000, but now if I go back, I probably would have bought something like a Canon M50 or a Sony ZV-E10. Because now I know the features that I'll utilize and which features I want. And when I bought my first camera, I really was not thinking about that, which I would definitely go back and change that if I could. A good example of this would be that the Sony a6000 has no way of recording external audio like directly into the camera. There's no mic jack basically, and that was really annoying. And it doesn't record 4K or 120 FPS, which cameras like the Canon M50 and the Sony ZV-E10, which are around the same price, have all those features. So basically I didn't do enough research and didn't think hard enough about what I really needed and what kind of content I shot. It's also probably because I hadn't done a ton of film prior, and I didn't really totally know what I was going to do yet. But if you were in my case and didn't know, then you could just get a hybrid camera or something kind of in between, because, I mean, then you can do anything you want. Before you purchase any camera, don't make the same mistake that I did. Research a lot of cameras, and if you find one that you think might fit your needs, just do a deep dive on that camera. Make sure it has all the features that you want. And if you're not sure whether or not you're going to be shooting more photos or more videos, then maybe look at a camera that are more hybrid and can do both really well. Okay, post-baler here, you also want to make sure that you're looking at the features like 4K, slow motion, and also things like the audio jacks like I mentioned before. A good way to find cameras that fit your needs is to make a list of the features that you know you want, and then you can kind of start from there and look at all the cameras that have those features. And again, you really want to make sure you take lenses into consideration, because you could buy a $1,500 camera body and your budget $1,600, then you only have $100 for lenses, and then you're kind of screwed. Because lenses are a huge part of your videography or photography and cost a lot of money as well. That's all I have for you guys in this video, kind of a short little guide on how to pick a camera, or I guess how to research for a camera. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, click subscribe. And thank you so much for the support on the last video, I really appreciate it. And anyone who comments on my videos and subscribes, I'll put on the screen like all of these people. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next one. Peace.